Now, there are two key areas that even experts in leverage forex continually get confused with, and these are leverage and volume. Leverage is simply deciding how much I wish for my platform provider to lend me whenever I place a trade. Now, let me explain. Now, every time you open a new trading account, the platform provider will be asking you, what leverage trading ratio do you wish to use with this account? Now, it starts from 1:1, 1:25, 1:50, 1:100, all the way up to 1:500. Okay, now I know in the US, what's popular is 1:50. You won't see anything higher than that. In Australia, it's common to see 1:100, and in other places, not everywhere, but you can see 1:500. Now, because I live in Australia, I have a 1:100 leverage trading ratio. Now, in leverage forex, one standard lot equals 100,000 pounds GBP. That's the amount you're controlling the forex market. I've come up with this table to help you understand what leverage is. And the first column is leverage. The second column is the amount of money I'm willing to invest to initiate a contract in the forex market. And the third column is the amount of money that the platform provider will be lending me in order to complete the 100,000 pounds GBP amount exposed in the forex market. So if I choose a leverage of 1:1, what I'm telling the platform provider is that I will put up with 100,000 pounds GBP, the entire amount, and I don't need to borrow a cent from you. That is the traditional way of investing, which means no leverage whatsoever. Only large institutions and super rich individuals could afford to come up with 100,000 pounds GBP of their own money every single time they want to open a position in the forex market. Now, but today we now live in the wonderful world of leverage forex. You can use leverage when you're trading. So if you chose the next one, which is 1:50, a leverage of 1:50, what you're telling the platform provider is that I'm coming up with 2,000 pounds GBP, and you need to come up with the rest, which is 98,000 pounds GBP. Okay? And that's what the platform provider has to come up with, 98,000 pounds. 98,000 plus 2,000 equals 100,000 pounds. Now, if you selected 1:100, a leverage of 1:100, that means that I'm telling the platform provider that I am going to come in with 1,000 pounds GBP, and they'll have to come up with the rest, which is the remaining 99,000 pounds GBP, and which is what I have. Okay, and in some areas you can get a leverage as high as 1:500. What that means is that you're telling the platform provider you're only going to come up with 200 pounds GBP, which is much less than 1,000 pounds GBP. So you're going to come up with 200 pounds GBP, and the platform provider then has to come up with 99,800 pounds GBP to make up the total of 100,000 pounds. So basically, leverage is you're deciding upfront, when you only do this once, when you set up a trading account, how much money you're going to put in as your margin, and which will determine how much money the platform provider will have to lend you every time you open a position, how much money they'll have to lend you in order to open a position in the forex market. That's leverage. Now, this is volume. Volume is different. Now, when you open an account, a trade in the forex market, you press this button called New Order, and this order dialog box comes up. Right now, to open a sell in the forex market, you just press this red sell button. If you want to open a buy, you press this blue buy button. That's how easy it is to open a position in the forex market. But before you can press those buttons, you need to specify the volume. You need to tell the platform provider the size of your order, of this particular order. And the way you do that is by putting numbers in this volume field. Now, can you see the numbers range from 0.01 as the lowest, all the way up to 8.00. Okay. Now, let me explain. I've created this table to help you understand the different types of volume types that you can use. Now, if you put 1.00 in that volume field, then you're saying to the platform provider, I want you to open a standard lot for me, which is 100,000 pounds GBP exposed in the Forex market. Now, anything less than 1.00, you're then dealing with either mini lots or micro lots, right? So let's have a look at mini lots first. A mini lot is if you put 0.10, which equates to 10,000 pounds GBP. Not 100,000, but 10,000, an order of magnitude smaller. And if you put 0.50, that's saying I want 5 mini lots, which is 5 times 10,000, which is 50,000 pounds GBP. And 0.90 is 9 mini lots, which is 90,000 pounds GBP. So that's mini lots. That's between 90,000 and 10,000. Okay, that's mini lots. Now, there's something smaller than mini lots called micro lots. Now, one micro lot is 0.01 is a micro lot, which is equivalent to 1,000 pounds GBP. Not 100,000, not 10,000, but 1,000 pounds, much, much smaller. If you put 0.05, that means you want 5 micro lots, which is 5,000 pounds GBP. And if you put 0.09, you're putting 9 micro lots, which is 9,000 pounds GBP. So micro lots are between 1,000 and 9,000 pounds GBP, which is less than 10,000. So hopefully now you understand what a standard lot is, what a mini lots, mini lots are, and what micro lots are. Okay, that's the volume. Now, if you have 10,000 units of currency right now, though, I can show you how I use that 10,000 to generate 10,000 or more every single month. Now, there are approximately 20 trading days per month. If my target is 10,000, then I have to divide 10,000 by 20, which means I need to be making $500 per trading session. Now, let me share with you one of my trades. On one night, I made 4,558 Australian dollars and 71 cents profit. I re-entered again with another trade on the same night, and I made an additional 384 Australian dollars and 32 cents profit. I entered again, and I made a further 294 Australian dollars and 38 cents profit. As you can see, I made all of those trades on the same night, 26th of March. And if you add it all up, that's 5,237 Australian dollars and 41 cents profit in total. So in effect, what I've done is I have made half of that $10,000 target, monthly target, in just one night, in one trading session. So it is quite possible for me, clearly, to be able to make $10,000 per month from that initial $10,000 investment. Hopefully it's now clear to you the difference between leverage and volume. Leverage is how much the platform provider will lend me every time I open a position in the Forex market, and volume is how large are the size of my trades.